I am Rochelle Yoder, and I'm in the IT department. I'm the IT director. So I help with the infrastructure and finding the right software stack for us to use. And we have a total of 5 people in the IT department. We have 175 employees currently in 7 locations, plus some working from home. Hummel Group is an insurance agency, a private insurance agency, and we have 4 main departments. We sell personal lines insurance, some refer to it as family insurance, auto, home, umbrella. And then we have a commercial lines department that sells business insurance, general liability, workers' comp. And then we also have a lot of niches, a logging business that we sell a lot of insurance to. We have trucking, doctor's offices. We have a shooting sports niche, and some other ones we're building out. Then our third insurance arm of the business is the benefits insurance department. So we sell individual health insurance and also group health insurance, or individual or group life insurance, and other benefits that the employers want to offer their employees. And our fourth main arm of the business is financial services. So we'll help individuals or businesses with investment needs, retirement planning. We can help business with its 401ks or IRAs and that sort of thing. We're using Agency Zoom for our CRM. We're using AMS 360 for our agency management system, and ImageWrite for our electronic document storage system. Now, for financial services, we are using Redtail CRM instead of AMS 360. And they use Agency Zoom just a little bit, but it's financial services is primarily Redtail and ImageWrite. And then we have a lot of systems that integrate with AMS 360, ePay Policy, InsureLink, and the list goes on and on. We learned about Synatic at the 2023 NetView Accelerate conference. One of our operations managers saw the Synatic booth, approached, asked questions, and data cleanliness and reporting were the 2 main pain points that brought us to have a demo with Synatic and to join forces and partner with Synatic. The canned reporting in AMS was lacking, and we couldn't customize it to our use cases. And then the data cleanup. We need a good system which we can rely on, first to do like a mass data cleanup, and then ongoing. We will check our specific use cases monthly or weekly, depending on how bad it is. And then we'll go back to our employees and ask them to change the data to reflect how we want the whole company to operate. So we're 2 months in, and we're still working on the data cleanup, but we have done a few use cases that are finished. So we had a merger with another company, Ramsburg Insurance Agency, and they were on the Apply to Epic system. So when we use the Vertafore conversion tool to bring their clients over to AMS from Epic, not all the fields mapped how we would prefer them to be mapped. So we asked Synatic to assist with that. So that was the first 2 use cases that Synatic cleaned up our data in. And now we're able to start sending emails to clients more efficiently through our marketing stack, tech stack. And then some other ones that we're still working on is some generic ones like our emails formatted correctly, our phone numbers actually numbers and not letters. Are the execs and reps, when an employee leaves, are we getting their name off of all as an exec or rep on all the policies and on the customer level itself? Or do we still have them in? So that's a big one we need to clean up. Do we have customers showing as active, but they have no active policy? Or vice versa, do we have customers showing as inactive, but they have active policies? Another big one is the reports, the canned reports at Vertafore, for a few of them, retention or the current business. If a policy is canceled, like the field shows canceled, but the expiration date is showing in the future, it will show as an active policy on the Vertafore report, even though the status is canceled. And so I don't remember, it wasn't long ago before we figured out that our retention reporting was incorrect. Same as some of our active business reporting. So that's a large one that we need Synatic to partner with us on to fix that. That's in process right now. And then also cleaning up our line of businesses, LOBs. So line of businesses are attached to a specific department, but we cannot, in AMS, we can't limit a personal lines employee to only the personal lines LOB. So we might have an auto policy LOB, and so we'd have two auto policy line of businesses, one for commercial lines, one for personal lines.
Yeah.
But we're finding the personal lines department are using the commercial lines and vice versa. And so then the premiums or our revenue is showing incorrectly. The personal lines is saying, hey, we're missing some revenue, and same with commercial lines. So that one will be like every week or every month, we're gonna make sure those are right, and then go back to the user who entered them and help them remember and realize it's really important to pick their department's line of business when they add a new policy or renew a policy. Those are our main ones off the top of our head, but we're coming up with new ones like every week. So the pain point in the business was accounting. They weren't able to give timely reports on our new business numbers each month. They were doing a lot of manual lookup, running reports after reports, and then they'd have to look up in our AMS system, how was this entered? Why is it not showing on the personal lines, for example? Why is it not showing up on the personal lines numbers when it's a personal lines policy, but it's because the report's looking at the line of business department instead of the policy department. So you have department at the customer level, and then the policy level, and then line of business levels. So if our users aren't getting all of those correct, it's just a nightmare every month for our new business numbers. Yes, because a lot of it has to do, for the new business stuff, that is the advisors. And most of them are commission based. So they might have like a low salary, but then they have to sell to earn their income. So what we're telling them is, if you don't use the right line of business, you don't get the commission. That commission is going to go to that other department. And while we're giving them some grace period, once we implement that, that's going to be a huge driver, because most salespeople are money driven. And so they worked hard for that sale. They want their commission. So they're going to work on it. And then also telling them, we can get our new business numbers. We can get our sales numbers, renewal numbers. We can get those faster if we're entering the data in quickly. We don't have to wait till the end of the month to get the previous months. And then accounting has to start all over again. we are, yeah, like I said, 2 months in to our Synatic data cleanup. We are pleased so far, and we hope just to build off of it. One big reason why this is going to be a great partnership for Hummel is it's actually going to save us a lot of money. We were using Vertafore for a lot of customization. So like, for example, when we had the merger and some fields didn't map out correctly, and then we would either have to manually have somebody, an intern or somebody, like change the data, or we could hire Vertafore to write a script. But that was extremely expensive, and that was just a one-time script that they would run. With Synatic, we get that cleanup, and then it's gonna be, so that's not a good example for the ongoing data cleanup, because that's a specific one-time use case when we merged. But some of the other data cleanup, it's gonna be ongoing. It's not like we partner with Vertafore and pay them to run the script once to do data cleanup. Synatic, we get all the massive amount of data cleaned up right away, and then we can keep checking the dashboard and seeing if there's any new incorrect data that was entered. So for Hummel, it's going to save us a lot of money in the long run, because Synatic is not a one-time cleanup, it's going to be ongoing. And then we also want to partner with Synatic for more systems. So like I said at the beginning, we use Redtail for our financial services. So we want to connect that to the Synatic cloud, Synatic data lake, because then there's reports we want to run combining both systems, AMS and Redtail. So one of our pain points is if I'm in personal lines, commercial lines, or benefits, I can't see if that customer, that client, is also a financial services. So I don't want to say, do you want to talk to our financial services department? If I'm trying to cross-sell, do you want to talk to our financial services department and they can help you with retirement or investment? And then that customer client say, we already used them. We already use Hummel for that. And vice versa. A financial services advisor can't effectively cross-sell without accidentally not realizing that we have that client in multiple departments. So there's some reports we want Synatic to be able to pull together based off of both of those systems. My favorite part about working with Synatic is how accessible they are. So our developer, we work directly with him instead of through a middle person. A lot of times the developers don't want to talk to the clients. It's a stereotype. I'm in IT. I don't fit the stereotype either, being more introverted or awkward and not being able to communicate to others. But our developer is able to articulate the use cases that he's working on, the pain points he's having, and we give him feedback instead of going through like a project liaison who then communicates back to the developer, and then the developer communicates to that liaison and then back to Hummel Group. And then nothing is lost in the communication. Yeah, we still have miscommunications, but it's a lot less than working with a middle person. Synatic, everyone from Jamie to our developer KJ, the project managers, very pleasant, positive, helpful. It's been easy, it's been delightful to work with Synatic.